So today on the Fixit Shed, we're going to talk about sump pumps. So this one belongs to a friend of mine, but it's easier to show you parts on this than on mine because mine is down in the sump. So this is the main pump portion. It sucks in water through these vents down in the bottom, and it pushes the water out through this nozzle here, which you can connect to a hose and run to the outside. This is the float, which turns the pump on and off. So my float is a little bit different than this, so it's actually just kind of connected to a wire, and as the float rises, it changes angle, and that turns the pump on and off. Unfortunately, it is not turning the pump on and off on my sump pump, so we're going to have to take a look at that. Okay, so looking down in the sump hole here, this is the float. And you'll see there's water down in here, and if I lift this, boom, it clicks and triggers the pump. And then when I let it go, it shuts the pump off. So let's fill it up with water. So now you can see the float is now underwater, so it's not going to raise up any higher than that. So there's this little string here, and if you just give it just a little bit of a tug, it gives it enough to trigger the switch. So now on these, there is an adjustment that you can make with how long this cable is right here, from here to here. So the longer it is, the deeper the water is going to get in here. So what I'm actually going to do, though, is I'm going to make this longer because I'm wondering if this has gotten old and it's lost flexibility. And if I make it longer, will it give it enough flexibility that it can go up high enough to trigger the pump to go on? So we're going to try that. So there's a screw right here that holds that collar in place. So I'm going to undo that screw. And I'm going to be very careful because I do not want to lose this. Drop it in there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to use a screwdriver to just pry that open a little bit. I'm going to try and slide it up the line here a little bit, try and make this a little bit longer. Alright, I moved that up. Okay, so I moved that up probably maybe about a half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Now I'm going to very carefully reattach the screw. Alright, I also want to try and aim this over to the corner so that it doesn't, since it's longer now, I don't want it to rub on the walls. So you want to make sure it still has clearance to go up and down. Alright, let's put some water back in there. There it goes, and it triggered. Alright, so now that's working as it should. Alright, so adjusting the length of the cord for the float seems to have done the trick. It enabled it to flex more and create the proper angle so that it would turn the pump on. So if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help the channel, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.